Thirsty Thursday. Give me a second, I'm digging through cards. What the fuck are those ones? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru. Oh god, I forgot that happened. Evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger god, the first child of God, the divine feminine, reincarnated. I am the Lilith. In order to keep up with me, you might have seen my last live video, what I posted on my community page, and my shorts. Oh, that was funny. I was making fun of people in their fucking 1111 portal. It's right there where you guys are standing there at 8:08 waiting for some gate when it doesn't come until 8:18, and you've done nothing to open the doors. So funny. Anyways, what's up, everyone? Right as I was pouring my tea to sit down, I got the overhaul of what we're about to speak about. The download was insecurities. Really? Yeah. I had a change in perception, an awakening this morning when I woke up. Well, it took me a while to process it. It started yesterday by being triggered by Wolfman. You'll have to see that in my last live video. And I started digging deeper and deeper and deeper. And it starts with just them, but it goes in much deeper. Because you realize whatever it is about them, well, I mean, my training teaches me this. It's not really you. There's something about you, or people like you, or when I'm faced with something like this, that makes me uncomfortable. So I started looking at his page and I got bothered. It doesn't have anything to do with you. This is an opportunity to find out what bothers me. That's when the real work begins. You don't try to avoid being bothered. You look for what is bothering you and get to the point. So I started digging deeper and deeper. Last night, the best I could come up with was people's addiction to attention. This morning, I flipped that even deeper and I got into something different. What is it even? How much deeper? I went deeper into it. Because ultimately, this is self-healing. So it's something about people outside that I need to heal within myself. And I realized it's an insecurity, right? Insecurities have there's different types of insecurity. And insecurity is some area in your life where you do not feel secure. I said that last night. I heard myself say it. I don't feel secure with the people like this. Right? People that are never content is what I started with. And it went deeper into people that just need people, and that's what it really hit. I really shoved a nail into my wrist when I said that. It's like, you don't want my attention, just anybody's attention. You don't need my love and attention. You just want anybody's. And nobody's is enough for you. That's where I really hit the fucking nail. Meaning what? Hanging on the cross, I was like, all right, just jam it in, bro. And what is that? Truth. You hang there on the blood of truth. Now that causes insecurities. Now let's go deeper. What did it come out to? I don't want to be responsible for somebody else's happiness. Yeah, you have to watch the evolution of where this comes through on my community page and with that video. I don't want to be responsible for somebody else's happiness, number one, is what came out. Number two, that came out while I was riding the elevator up, just right before I started, was, why am I responsible for creating new lives in these men? Or any person? Why is it my job to give you a new life? This is very painful, but this is called taking back your power and realizing what you have to offer versus it's the inequality of a relationship. This is going to sound very painful, but I need you to understand this. This is the point of what God has made me, a mirror, so that our relationships can reflect back to the masses, where you can see this in your actual life, and you seize the same power that I'm being called to use. Here we go. Wolfman has no fucking life or purpose, direction, divinity, or actual future without me. He's not going to give me a future. I'm going to give him one. Bobby has none of that. He's not going to give me a future. I'm going to give him one. Russ has none of that. Lewis has none of that. They are what they are. They have no intentions, visions, callings to be anything more than the absolute basic bitch that they all are right now. They do not have a purpose or a higher calling. They are still, every one of you are seeking your identity in this world through people, places, and things. This job gives you an identity. Now you can say you're so-and-so and you work for this company. This person, now you can say you're this person's friend and you have responsibilities to be this person's friend and you have to act accordingly and help maintain this friendship. But not just with them. You must be able to, be part of their groups and be part of their lives and all this. It's like being part of them gives you a life. You don't have a life on your own. You're creating a life through other people, through your experiences. Now let me go back to it. I have a life. I have a purpose. I have a job. I have a calling. I have family. I have divinity. I have abundance. I have joy. I have patience. I have all of this. I have a whole future till the day I die at 99. It is all planned out. You guys are trying to plan a future. You're trying to create a life. Okay? So, like, going back to Wolfman. Why am I putting you in such an enormous place of power? You have no power until I put you in my life, and now you become pretty much the most powerful because I'm going to bestow the powers and put you in front of the camera. Why should I give that power to you? Because Marshall wouldn't take it? Because Marshall couldn't do this? I'm just trying to show you, bro. And that's as a woman. You think you need this man to make you? You're about to make him. And you're about to make a life with them. You're going to give them life. That's the woman's power. You have no fucking life, low life, until the night we slept together. And I gave you life. I gave you something good. What'd you do with it? You went and tried to go get more life out of other low-life girls. That's what that means, right? So when you get in a relationship with a girl, then it gets real, and now you're about to have a real life. Bobby's nothing without being that bitch's wife, or husband, excuse me, and the father. She gave him an identity. All he has to do is maintain a job to say that he's something in this world. He's important to them. That's important. Russ is nothing unless he can run around telling you how important he is, how important he is to his family and to his girlfriend, and how bad they fucking need him. Do we need you? Or just the parasite people that you keep around you need you and makes you feel powerful? If you died tomorrow, would there be a ripple in time where this would affect anyone other than the bloodsuckers that you feed every day? That make you self-important? What changes? Like Marshall, is Marshall's money go somewhere? Do we hurt because there's no more new music from Marshall Mathers? Or it's just, another one bites the dust. With great power comes great responsibility. You haven't stepped into the responsibility it takes to own power. And therefore, you know what I mean, you're just not responsible. I just find it, I'm seeing it in this vision. It's like I find it very, you know what I mean, appalling that I have to open my kingdom and just create space in my kingdom for this, you know what I mean, actor. You rule nothing, so how could you possibly know how to rule? In the essence, you're not a king or a prince. You're just a fucking fool. You've not taken any of the steps to gain your spiritual stripes, to be in a place of power, to speak for God or to guide these people. Are you in a position to teach Christians how to be Christ-like? Are you able to even start that conversation? Because that's going to be my first t-shirt. Christians aren't Christ-like. Watch how many so-called Christians rise up in the devil energy to argue that comment. Are you so-called Christians Christ-like? Your reflection to that comment shows you're not. Did that bother you? Are you bothered by the fact that you're nothing like Christ and you run around saying you're a Christian? Are you a person that's going to start that fight with me and wear that shirt and start that revolution? Because that's exactly what I'm doing. Are you Christ-like? Are your children Christ-like? Do you care to be like Christ? Oh my God, Becky, get the fuck out of my fucking kingdom. I give a future to anybody. Anybody that comes near me. I give love, abundance, positivity, inspiration, direction, influence, God. I give you the energy of God in your life, which you did not have until you approached me. You take this fire that I give to you and do what with it? You come back for more because you have no fire of your own. Which is what? A connection to God. You want to be secure with the people that you fuck with, right? You want to be able to trust them. You want to be able to depend on them. You want to be able to... Not right this one, not this one. You want to be able to, you know, whatever, lean on them and shit like that. But you can't. You can't depend on people. Why? Because they will fucking let you down. They are all programmed by self-interest. Now, going back to it, you know, I think about this. It's like bringing a man into my life means that it's my job to maintain him and his happiness and whatever baggage he might come with, and if that might be kids. Now I'm responsible for yours and your children's happiness, right? In the essence of, you know, that's my job. Now, I guess as a man, he would say, well, my job is to make sure that you guys are fed and your bills are paid. I'm sorry, what? Where did you get that idea? Are you bringing in that idea from outside? Because that's not your job. That's what God does. You're not taking away God's job. Are you come to give us gifts? And does that mean you're like going to be Russ? Like that's your only way in? You're just going to buy us stuff all the time just to hang out with us? That's, you know, you're paying to play? What does that mean? What are you bringing to me and my family? Because we're giving you a whole family and a whole future and a whole destiny. And eventually I'll give you children too. But what are you giving me? You're giving me a headache. Just thinking about it. What do I want in return? Can you give me what I want? The terms and agreements to be your friend is obscene. There's so much requirement to fucking be in a connection with any regular human being. But it ultimately comes down to, my job is to be, you're supposed to be happy with me. That's my job as your friend. I'm supposed to create happiness for you. That's my job as your girlfriend, to make you happy. Do you make me happy? Or I just assume position when we're together. I don't know. I'm in a place right now and I'm looking at it. It just popped in my head. It's like I need to look at this. Right? So, I hadn't heard from Morgan for a couple weeks and I knew God was doing something. I didn't feel the urge to go talk to her. I knew there was I knew it was her phone. I knew this, that, and the other. I was like, it's all good. So then she does call me yesterday and she said she got her phone back. Did she just get it yesterday at first thing in the morning? Which is impossible because she called me at 7 o'clock in the fucking morning. No, she had clearly, logically speaking, she had clearly had the phone the day before. But she calls me what day? Her daughter's birthday. Everybody has forgotten about her daughter. Her baby daddy, she's in a place where she can't really make it a big thing, nothing. As soon as she reaches out to me, well, let me at least get her a cake and something. Why? Why is your child more important to me than your so-called friends and motherfucking family? I am a fucking stranger. This is not the first time you guys have seen me do this type shit. A lot. A lot. I care more about your fucking children than you fucking do. Why? Because God does. And so does Goddess. But anyway, so, I'm like, alright, I've got a lot going on today, but we can work something out. So I was like, let me call you back. After I got all my shit, because they were going to fumigate my room. And they didn't give me any notice, bro. So I had to spend the whole morning pulling everything out. You know what I mean? Because they needed to get around all of the furniture. I need to pull everything out, right? And then I had to strip the beddings again and rewash shit that I just fucking washed over the weekend. So I had to do all this. And I was like, let me do all this, and I'll hit you up. So I did it all. By 11 o'clock, I called her. 12 o'clock, I called her. I sent some text messages. I had a fucking cake sitting in my car, and I was like, I'm thinking to myself, what does she need? She loves her little shoes. And I had already said to myself, I was going to go to the museum to go check out the elephants. And I thought this would be a perfect opportunity. I'll take little Scooby-Doo with us, and she can go and ooh and ah for her little birthday. Just something, because they're not doing anything. And I thought about it, but she never answered. So then she sends me a text message at like fucking 4 o'clock. And she's like, we passed out. Hey, dude, I go into those comas too. That's totally okay. I do that shit too. And I'm like, bro, I'm burnt. My kids, I can't open my door till 4 o'clock. Both my kids get here. That house, the room is completely destroyed, and they're going to be hungry. Me and the dog have been in the car all day, dude. I'm burnt. I was like, I can't come. I've got the cake sitting in my front seat, bro. I'd like to get her some shoes. I'd like to do all this, but I don't know. I can't right now. And I get in, it takes me an hour to put everything together. The kids eat, I take a bath, I send her a text message saying, dude, I'm burnt, bro. Can we reschedule for tomorrow? She never replied. I'm sure she felt like, just another person let her down. But this is all created in your head, and that's what I told her too. It's a 3-year-old. They don't know what day of the week it is until you tell them. Really? They're not going to necessarily remember this without pictures and you making a big fucking deal over it. You can get away with that a little bit. And that's how we're programmed, to celebrate them to the fullest and spend all of this and look like a fucking fool. Whatever the case may be, bro. One of my biggest irritations, and I work cool with her about it, is straight line communication. I understand, especially when it comes to kids, they might have your phone, you're doing stuff, whatever. But I'm very anal about communication, right? So it's been weeks that we haven't talked, and then you do talk, and then I'm trying to link up with you, and then it doesn't work, which is so very typical of Morgan. But it's like, this isn't healthy, is the word. And it's just over, over giving. I know that doesn't really necessarily have to do with insecurities, but I want you to understand an insecurity doesn't necessarily mean like I don't feel, and you guys think insecurities mean automatically about yourself. right? Your persona, your you know, how you let yourself out. I don't feel secure in these situations. That's called an insecurity. I have insecurities when it comes to people's patterns and behaviors. I do not feel secure with these type of shit, right? If I see it too much, that means I can't depend on you. I can't rely on you. I can't really trust you. I never know if we're coming or going. But yet I'll still be like, you know, well, that's just Morgan. That's just how they are. You know what I mean? It's like that, you know. So going back to Bobby, I never know where the fuck you're coming from. You know what I mean? There's no security. There's no full trust. There's none of that, right? So then you look at someone at these new relationships and you see this pattern. These people are fly-by people. Now, what is it? Probably the reflection of me as a fucking Sagittarius being seen. People don't trust me because of my flighty behaviors. People don't, and that goes back to, which is probably this card. I knew it was the fucking Knight of Wands. Always looking for something new, always bored, always antsy, always on the go, always going. I'm hearing instability. So that's what it is. It's not jealousy. But based on your lifestyle, I don't trust you. And that causes an insecurity. So, you know, we can start at the beginning of it, and it's these attention-seeking behaviors that makes me not trust you. I can't do that. I can't walk into a relationship without trust. The only thing that creates distrust is actions and words. I have no reason to not trust you until I meet you. And then I hear you and I see what you do and I don't trust you. Now, if we're talking about an intimate relationship, and that's the card that came in our 10-day forecast, was fidelity in a relationship. Would you trust these guys? It's something even deeper than that. Trust is in so many different areas. You know, when you're in an intimate relation with somebody, you're letting them into your inner sanctum. So in that sense, you have to have the most up level of trust. Do I trust? You know, and that's what my daughter said. I was like, God gave me a vision of a new dude. She's like, as long as he's not a pedophile. That's our only thing, is we don't want no fucking dude that's chasing little girls. And you look at all these guys and they're chasing little girls. Okay, maybe not my 16-year-old, 15-year-old, but what about my 25-year-old? You haven't even seen her, how beautiful she is. And make beautiful children. Guaranteed. But that's not the point. The point is like, you know what I mean? And I have reason to see this. I've seen this play out. We've seen this shit. I just read it in the card. I was like, what the fuck? I never read that story. Talking about she fell in love with her fucking, her husband's son. Whoa, dude. You're seeking something outside of yourself, which makes you a deviant, bro. And your desire for affection and attention. I sunk really low with Bobby for my desire for affection and attention. I will never fucking do that again. I'm not that desperate for a man's touch. Just to have, 3 minutes of your fucking time? No wonder she don't want your time. If that's all the time you got, go ahead, give that time to her. I bet it means more. It'll go further over there. Dependencies. You can't get enough attention from a person, enough affection, enough love. Going back to Wolfman, he's a sexual predator. I come from sexual abuse, bro. He's never pleased. This is a guy that would want to, after he tries it, he just want to fuck all day. Because he ain't never had it before, and he just is going to overindulge and abuse. And if not, he's just walking around horny and has to put it somewhere else. Is this one man, or is this just men with no self-control, which is the Knight of motherfucking Wands? Damn it. You saw it fall out like I did. It fell out of my fucking energy. We're stepping all in it. This is Friday's work, guys. It's Thursday, which means it's Friday, which means you gotta get to work. You gotta look at this area of your life. This is what I do every week, as I show you a different part of your life that you've gotta face. And by Saturday, you've gotta change your mind and change something about this behavior. I already had mine this morning. I told you. I had an awakening, an ego death. I already went through it. I am done for the weekend, which is perfect because I got work to do this weekend. I can't be doing this all the time. If we got to change the schedule, we got to change the schedule. We got to get on with our healing. It's on a weekly basis, bro. There's no missing it. Oh, we didn't have nothing that we had to change about ourselves. We were just great this week. No, bitch. Did you change your mind? Did you change your life? Did you do something different? Did you let go of something this week? Then fucking you're about to get kicked out of school. That's what it takes. Every week. Weekly sacrifices, dude. It's on a motherfucking schedule, bro. Here we are. We know what the test is. Facing our insecurities. Where we are insecure in our lives. What things don't make us feel secure and unsafe. Change the word to unsafe. You're insecure about your body? No, you feel that your body isn't enough. You don't feel safe in your body with this person. With this person. You feel safe in your body until you're around certain people that make you feel unsafe, unhappy, unsecure about your body. They're doing nothing to you. You need to understand what it is about them that makes you feel less. They're not trying to, or perhaps they really are. And you're getting fed. You're the fucking meal at the table every night. They love to watch you squirm. As a dark being, bro, I do it sometimes. I will put people in a position as a worm on a hook and watch them squirm. There's no way out of this. I've got you on a hook. We hooked you. Dinner for schmucks, and here she comes. They're setting you up in some cases. And that's in those cards too. People aren't being honest with you. But anyways, it's talking about that. Where don't I feel secure? Where do I feel unsafe? Start with the word insecurity. I have insecurities about my teeth. What's wrong with your teeth? I don't like how people stare. Well, people stare. What do you want to do about this? Are you going to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to fix it? Or are you going to learn how to see past your teeth? Because other people will when you're not hiding it and focusing on it. You make it big, it becomes bigger than it is. Simple things like that. I'm insecure. You know, I saw that started it this morning too. Amy Schumacher has deleted all of her plus size pictures or something like that. And she wants to start fresh as a skinny girl. She comes back from fat camp and wants to change her life and not be seen as the big girl she was. All right, Lizzo, let's see how this works for you. How you're going to discriminate over the women that you are. I promise, whatever they're putting in their bodies, bro, to do this is going to have terrible effects on their bodies later. I promise, dude. I promise. God didn't make it like that. He didn't want us to not love our bodies and put chemicals and plastic and things in it. He wanted us to embrace what he made us, flaws and all. I'm seeing Kris Jenner. Or is she Kris Kardashian? Stupid. Did you invite your boyfriend, your ex-wife to your wedding? She dies as what? She dies as Gazelle Maxwell. She's the same thing. An over-sexualized socialite that did nothing with her life but manage everybody's, you know what I mean, sexism. She'll look good in a casket. She'll look good in a bed. She doesn't look good as a mother. She doesn't look good as somebody's wife. She doesn't look good. She doesn't. She wants somebody so ugly on the inside that has to be beautiful on the outside to be accepted. I see Betty White. Betty White was beautiful at 70 and 60 and 50 and 80. She never decided to take her hair and change its color. She never cut up her face. She never pushed out her boobs. Betty White could have had any man because she was loving. It wasn't about fucking her. I'd love to make love to you. And she was dirty, too. You knew she'd get dirty in the room. She didn't have to be sexy. She was lovely. She was beautiful. And it's funny because you see her play in the Golden Girls. It's like she didn't have to be old and wise. The older she got and the more immature she was about it made her more fun. She was a youthful child inside of an old body, and that's what made her so beautifully attractive. It wasn't, she didn't need to pull it in. If Betty White was alive right now, she wouldn't be running to that fucking medicine that all of you guys want. I want to be young and thin again so men will want me. That's what you want. Not for women to want you, for men to want you. You want to be desired. And that's what you consider affection, attention, and love. And that's what Wolfman wants. And that's what Jonica wants. And that's what people want, is to be desired. And that's what I want. That's what I fed off of with Bobby. I felt desired intensely by him. But that's called, you know what I mean, that's usually using the Lilith, your sexual prowess, for love. They don't love you. They just, you're looking for love, but all you're getting is desire. And after they're done, you can't satisfy a person's desire. That's what I said to Bobby. It's like, how many times have we had sex, bro? You have the memories. You know it. Why do you need any more? What more? How much more sex do you need? Will it ever be enough? No. Until he gets bored and desires something else. Do you understand that? So if someone like Wolfman gets high on the desire, if I'm not sitting there, you know, rubbing his ego and telling him how gorgeous he is and, you know what I mean, like lusting on him, then he needs that from the internet because that's what he's used to. And that's what Bobby doesn't get at home. He's not desired. I fucking want the shit out of him. He has never been so desired by a human being than how I desire him. And he feeds off of it. We both do. You fucking want me. Yeah, but then what do you want with me? What am I supposed to do when I'm not fucking you? And how many more times can we fuck? And then what do we do? Do you want anything more from me? And then I realized what more it takes. Oh shit, you want everything, bro. All I wanted was to fucking hang out. That's what it is. It's like, I don't need a fucking... You think I need a friend, but even they want too much. Well, at least I knew where it all came from. And we did our work. You need to look at this. Not people. Stop judging people, bro. What does this have to do with you? Where in your life are you unsustainable? Uncontrollable? You know what I mean? Unstable. Alright, Knight of Wands. This could be you. It is me. And that's what I said. You're reflecting. Here we go again. We're right at the beginning with the Knight of Wands. I have to see mine. I'm healing mine. You know what I mean? And I have to identify mine to show you. Show me yours. I'll show you mine. And now I'll show you how we put it to rest. I told you that's what was going on with Bobby. It's like, I'm gonna dominate you through sex. I had every intention. He kept trying to come on to me in the hotels. I was like, dude, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of this kid. And that's where it came to. You know what I mean? My sexual abuse. If I did this good enough, I had power. I take away yours, and now I'm in power. I say. Anyways, Ten of Swords. Like, damn. Yes, it's all psychological shit, bro. We're doing the work. Do the work and realize what it is. Is it really just a quick orgasm, or is it actually the whole... It's not the ending. that you're going for. It's the journey. It's the chase. And then once you've gotten it, you're still chasing because it's not what you're actually seeking. Alright, Knight of Wands, Mars. Get out of my face, Aries! Fuck. We're gonna do this for 5 months, bro. Do you know how intense? I hate this twin flame journey. I just want to tell you, I've shown you forever. Now it's our turn. God, I hate this. Oh, it's all fun and games till it's me and you. And the fucking sitting there fucking facing each other. Which is just me. You're a weenie part of me, bro. And after I heal me, you have no more power. Not over me or over yourself because I've taken it away. It was never a power to even be used. To make people want you sexually is not really powerful. And I've said this from the beginning. They just want to fuck you, Wolfman. And you're sitting here on the principia of someone that wants to love you, and all you want to do is get fucked. No, if I walk away, you're still going to be looking for love through fucking getting fucked. You've got to heal this. If not for me, through me, for yourself. No woman is going to fuck you enough to make you feel like you're in love. And that's what you're doing. You're fucking girls to make them fall in love with you. You don't have to do that. You and your magic stick. Is it really that good? I mean, seriously. Knight of Wands. Anyways, Mars may once have been like Earth. It has been much altered by asteroid impact, volcanic eruption, and massive dust storms, but long ago there had been water and perhaps life. Mythologically, Mars is the Roman god of war and strategically of agriculture. The Knight of Wands embodies a warlike side. That's what I said. A warlike side of Mars. The fiery enthusiasm, and that goes back to Russ and his situation with Jonica. She has an insatiable desire for male attention, bro. You can't buy that off of her. She needs it. It makes her feel important. And so goes Russ. Look at he needs those women to want him. If Allie didn't have all of these girls feeling sorry for him and loving him, then Allie would have no girl feeling sorry for him or loving him. This goes real deep, you guys. This is intensely deep. And it started with you. Marshall, why do you do what you do? When I couldn't find answers in any of them, I always turned to Marshall. Marshall, why are you doing this? If I can look at you, I can calm it down. I can look at you in a different way than I look at everyone, but nevertheless, you're doing what everyone does. He wants admiration. He wants attention. He wants affection. He needs love. This is how he gets it. You get no love. Why? Because you have to go listen to Little Weezy and learn how to love. I love you. Moving on. This is bad, guys. This is real bad. This is real bad. For you, not me. I mean, for all of us. Just saying. The Knight of Wands may be a fighter, but his aggression is focused by skill and purpose. On the negative side, he enjoys the energy of combat, so that he may pick a fight just to express it. I don't think he's that way. I feel like he's pretty built, though, and he's got some military training, so I feel like he could fight. He gets drunk and probably intimidates people. He's probably that guy. What, you say something? You want to go? Do you get into fights? I feel like you're such an airhead like that. So egotistical. I've seen passive bitches that don't stand up, so I guess that's okay. This is not what we're talking about at all. Let's really pull it out. Ooh, I went to Justice. Let's pull it out of the real shit. Let's pull the real shit. Knight of Wands. Not the Princess, it's the Knight. Mr. Burger King, have to have it your way. Who are we talking about? Is that you, Aries? It's not just you. It's a like energy. You don't know nothing about this energy, bro. It's going to take, you might get this in this lifetime, but it's taken me lifetimes to control this. I am the basis of this energy. The Knight of Wands indicates an unexpected event that will result in rapid change. This could be moving to a new home, a new job, travel, someone important entering or leaving. Bye-bye now. Really? I'm just here to catch lessons from you, bro. You're going to teach me a lot of lessons about myself. If you learn the lessons as I do, then we're on the same. Right now, we are the same. That's what that means. We are the same unhealed motherfuckers. That's what brought us together. Our unhealed ways. Which is what? This. I'm sure the devil card comes next. Really? Oh yeah. Throw an ace of cups. There we go. Then we're done. This is what we're going to be working on for the next 5 months. Is your healing through me. Ugh. It's actually my healing through you. But I feel like you need it more than I do. Who will benefit more from this? We shall see. That's the winner. I walk away healed. You're just over there masturbating to the image of the goddess again. You need to stop this. You are out of control. Hey, can all my chronic masturbators... Hey, soft dick, put the lotion down over there, Marshall, and sit down. And let's talk about this. He puts the lotion on his skin. Not there. On your elbows. On your knees. Get down on your knees and pray to God. Oh, this is going to be a fun time. Damn it. Mars. Fucking Uncle Nasty. We go from Scorpio of nasty to actionable nasty. Death nasty to nasty nasty. I am stuck in some nasty ass energy. This is your own nasty, dirty energy that you must face. I can't get out of it. Everyone's looking nasty right now. Alright, anyways, the romance, okay. The Knight of Wands may be a man in your life. He's attractive, sexy, charming, and glamorous. Do you think so? I think he's lost his charm to me. Really? He's not so charming. He's full of arrogance. He's boastful. He thinks he's like, he gets out there, he's like, look at me. I don't like that behavior at all. I did see you in a different outfit, though. I saw that dressing you up differently would make you look a lot more sexy. You're going to play Barbie with him? Is he not making? That's a good one. Anyways, put this on. You'll like it. It'll make you feel powerful. Anyways, moving on. I don't know. He's full of energy, fearless self-confidence, more like arrogant self-confidence. I think he's scared. I think he's scared of something. I'll figure it out what it is, and I'll make fun of him. It's probably a hot dog or something. The life and soul of the party. No, he tries to be louder. He's the loud guy at the party. He's like Kanye West. Hey, guys! Hey, guys! God damn it. Anyways, he can be moral, generous, warm-hearted, but also... Can you be any of this? Are you moral? No, he doesn't like kids. I've seen you, bro. I've been watching you for a year. You're rude about kids that stay in hotels with you. You're rude about animals. You're not warm-hearted. Okay, you picked up that old lady and gave her a ride. But then you took pictures about it the whole time. I had to pick up this lady. Like, you have to boast any nice thing you do. You do. You're thoughtless, reckless, quick-tempered, and boastful. A person that must always have something new and exciting. Or is this you? Perhaps unhealed. A romance with this knight can be likely to be passionate and dramatic. Oh, it's going to feel so sexy. What if I don't want all that sweaty shit? What are you going to do with blue balls? What if I don't actually want penetration or anything? What if that's not the passion I'm looking for? I don't know. Anyways, he likes his freedom and may not want to be tied down. And if and when he does, he will be loyal and loving to a partner who shares his enthusiasm. Now, God tried to remind me of this because that's how I am. I don't mind being with a person that's, you know what I mean, loyal and loving and shares my enthusiasms. Reverse tells you that it's time to fucking grow up. There's more to life than having a good time and living beyond your means, Wolfman. Surrounded by insincere hanger-oners. You're looking for groupies all the time. Hey guys, I'm in Chile. Come hang out with me. I want to meet you. Why? You just want to show how cool you are. You don't really care about what they're doing. You're there to tell them what you're doing and tell them that you're looking for a tour guide. Really? You're looking for a friend. Everywhere you go. Really? Yeah, you're not there for adventure. You're looking for someone to create an adventure for you. Wolf time. Wolfman experience. What are you talking about? Who experiences life like this? Have you talked yourself into a job you can't actually do? Or are you trying to start a business without any proper foundation? Oh yeah, your merch line. Perhaps you get bored easily and never finish anything you start. The Knight of Wands reverse may represent a person in your life. He has all the negative qualities of fire, so he's impatient and arrogant and mature and argumentative. That's so that guy. You say the wrong thing to him, he's gonna blow off and then walk off. Who's that? Me? God damn it! I told you I didn't like you. You're just like me. Really? I want to not blow off, but I'm gonna walk away. He acts without thinking of the consequences, leaving trouble in his wake wherever he goes. If you're hoping he will commit to a relationship, he won't. He's far too selfish. That's it too. I don't want to be with you. Why do I want to? God, it's gonna take a long time of healing. What ends up? Where do I end up from here? If I end up, you don't want me in my Queen of Wands where I'm just using it. Like, ooh. Oh, man. Where's our spiritual work in hand? Oh, I got two of them. Oh, yeah. The Queen of Swords. Get through the bullshit and manifest something new. See? I don't see... God can show me there's a future with you, but that's going to take a lot of work to believe that bullshit. Why? Not what I'm capable of, but what you're not. I don't believe you have the capabilities to do this type of work. You don't believe in shadow work. Since the day I met you, I told you this was your problem. You don't believe it. Here we are a year later, and I'm telling you the same problem, and now I've got to face it. Are you going to face it too? That's what happens with these twin flames. Are you going to face this? Are you going to face this? Fine, I'll face it, and I'll move on. That's what happened with Bobby. We never wanted to face what it would take to be together. He just didn't want to face it, and he didn't want to face it, and I didn't want to face it because it seemed so impossible, and this is going to take for everything. Blah, 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 blah. Finally, I faced it. With or without you, I'll face what this takes. And I saw, and I went through all the fears and all the ups and downs and all the scares of finally facing the fucking truth. The truth is, it could happen. It's going to take a lot on my side. And you know what happens? I don't end up happy. So this ain't happening. And that's where I'm standing with Wolfman. I'm working through it faster than you could ever. What would it take for me to, could you see yourself with this man? What would that look like? How do you feel in this relationship? What do you guys do? What is this? What is that? It's not completely, but you have to put yourself in the reality of what you're actually trying to manifest. And then once you get in it, that's where you face the fears. No, this guy and all his bitches and shit, Jesus Christ. And that's where I was like, this is such a repetitive conversation with these men. There's no difference between your bitch problem and Bobby's bitch problem. He needs attention from bitches. Where does it come from? You need divine feminine energy. It doesn't matter where it comes from. You're lacking divine feminine energy. You're seeking it outside of yourself because you're not in your own feelings. You want other people to pour their feelings on you and give you, good feelings because you're not facing your own and you're not pouring them into yourself. I'm having a hard time seeing him as a loving being. Can I see him cuddling me, us laughing? Like, I can see that with Marshall. Marshall and I can be very cuddly and laughing and close. I can see the physical closeness, the intimacy. I'm having a hard time seeing that. I couldn't see that with Bobby, where we could sit together close. Not separate, but close. Where it's not like I have to think before I reach. Where there's just this closeness. Where we don't have to stare and think who's going to kiss first. It's just closeness. I want closeness. I have a hard time seeing that. And that doesn't mean always physically touching. But being able to sit next to you and we're just staring, like last night talking about, meditating, but still close. Where I can reach out and hold your hand and we can be in two completely different realities, but we're still together, connected. I still feel close with you as I'm in the 9th dimension with God. You know what I mean? I'm still connected to you. No matter where you are, there's a closeness. We're together. Not when you're gone, I'm all alone. And that goes back to dependency. What is that? It's an intimacy where you don't seek it. I don't need this closeness outside of myself, but if I am going to open up, that's what I want, is that kind of closeness. It doesn't have to be in an intimate relationship with a sexual partner, but you want that kind of closeness with your friends, where you can sit there and have fucking, you know what I mean, have food in your teeth and not be embarrassed. You can sit there and make mistakes. You can blow milk out your nose and it's okay, and we laugh about it. I don't have to feel insecure about my behaviors. I don't have to feel like I have to live up to your expectations. I want to feel safe. That's what an insecurity is where you don't feel safe. And then you go deeper. You go deeper into what and that's what we're learning, is what it really is that we're craving. Not looking for, but what we crave, what we need. We were just tolerating a bunch of things to fulfill a need that we don't even know what it really is. And that because we don't know what it is, we're never truly satisfied. Is it really that men are so sexually driven? No. Do they need sex? That's their way of closeness. Do women need sex in that way? Not typically, unless that's their only way of closeness. We just need your presence. You need the physical closeness to feel that closeness. You have to actually feel it to know it. We can feel it by different ways, but you need to act the physical connection, right? So it's like, can you be satisfied? Yes, if you understand what's driving you, and that's the shadow. So going back to us, the Knight of Wands, if it's not about a person, the adventure, the excitement of doing something new makes you feel free. It's the place of exploration. It's my whole identity as a Sagittarius. It's so inspiring to be on the edge of, where I am right now. I have a whole new life ahead of me, and I'm scared of it. I don't know if I'll be able to do all of this. I've been given all this responsibility. I have all of these things in front of me, and I'm just hoping that I can be, good enough for everything. You know what I mean? I hope that I can, I can fit in and everything will work out with Target. I hope that the weather will be great and it won't be hard for me to sit around spending 8 hours with Salvation Army on Saturday. I hope that come Sunday I can still do my priestess work and I'm still being a good mother. I hope that next week, you know what I mean, I don't know if they're going to shove me into 40 hours right away. I hope that I can change this schedule and I can wake up and be ready with a pretty face and be at work at 4 a.m. every morning. I hope that after that I still have energy and I can still be a good person. I hope that I can do all these things. I'm at the beginning of a whole new life, but I'm not sure. The only thing I am sure of is it's temporary, some of it. Target could be long-term if I can make this. It could be bigger. And that's where it is. It's like you hope that everything will work. So I'm stepping out into something, but I got to be honest, this is a lot of everything. I hope that, you know what I mean, I get my new car. I hope that my housing comes through. I have hopes. So I'm going to do all of this in hopes that all of this works out. But let's be realistic. Is everything going to work out perfectly? Or will I have to take some new adventures? We know one job will end by, you know what I mean? So that, and then after that, so if all of this ends and it is all just temporary, then there I am again, starting something new. I embrace the new because it's something that's challenging me, that I am excited about, but at the same time, it's like I'm pushed to be something I'm not even sure I can do, and that's the excitement about it. And the benefits to, first off, God called me to do this, and this is going to be, beneficial to my family. So the adventure of that is very uplifting. Now, you know what I mean? Starting projects is like, okay, I'm going to start this new, this new album. And you start writing a couple songs and then you give up on it and then you decide you're going to work on something else and you're going to do all of that and that's what we're talking about is inconsistency in this type of shit. And, Wolfman does a lot of that. I'm going to Mexico, no, I'm going to Egypt, I'm going to Australia, I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm going everywhere. But you're going nowhere. These are just places on a map. Going there makes what of you? You feel like by going there, this will make what? This will bring what to your life? Or is it just about the fact that you have to fulfill the promise of telling people you were going to do such things? Why the intention behind it? Why did you say you were going to Australia? Why are you going back home to Mexico City? Why? It's not what you're doing, but the why you're doing it. You're doing it just to have an adventure. Why does Russ go on vacation like you do? Why do you guys do this? For escapism. Not for growth, but to avoid what you're running from. What you just left. You got bored. You didn't want to stick out whatever you were doing, so you went to go find something, find out what other people are doing and be part of that. Only to have to come back home, wherever home is, and that's internally, and still have to face the shit that you were running from. So every time you have sex with a girl and you send her home, you still have to come home to yourself. And the first thing you do is get on your phone and look for the next girl. As soon as you get home from your vacation and you unpack and you get settled, the next thing you're doing is planning your next vacation. This is a runner's mentality. You're running away from a problem, not chasing an opportunity, because there's no opportunities there. You're not going there for roots. You're going there for escapism. Do you understand that? You're not going there to learn anything. You're going there to escape your own learning, which is where you're running from. Was that Queen of Swords for you? Did I cut that through? Now let's talk about the Ace of Pentacles, the beginning of manifestations. Are we there yet? We should be tearing everything down to a new manifestation, right? Are we building up to the moon? Or are we tearing the moon down? Where are we in the moon cycle? Didn't we just have a full moon? Yes, so we're waiting for our new moon, right? That's when we plant new seeds. That's where I was laughing about your 11/11 portal workout, right? You guys got some kind of abundance, some kind of great shit happened to you on that day, like it did me? Did I do the work on that day, or I did lots of work before that day, and I kept preparing you guys for at least 2 weeks before that day to open portals for new things to come? Right? I'm not really going to go any further on this. This is our current energy, right? So currently, we're looking at the Knight of Wands, which is your escapisms, your inability, your lack of stability, and what you're chasing. That right there is the Queen of Wands cutting through the Queen of Swords cutting through the bullshit. When we get to that, you need to start thinking about new shit. Not old shit, new shit. Bobby doesn't have a new life coming. He might get a new job, but there's no new life. His life is set in stone the way it is, unless he makes some serious changes. Same thing goes for Russ. Nothing new is coming into his life. He's on a perpetual loop. And I can't believe you did that. I can. You're so predictable. He's going to come out and try, that's what I said, you're going to come out and try to make a rap song and tell everyone how hard you are and then he's like, this is a you got me fucked up energy. Have I not been saying that all week? Where would you be without me? You're nothing without me, Russ. You're nothing without me. Your music died with your mental illness, and if I wouldn't have came along and inspired you to write all these introspective songs, you would have died 3 years ago. It's not a song and dance, idiot. Do the work. So pathetic. oh, this next song's fire. Let me talk about how you go from saying you're fucking mental, weak, pathetic victim, boo-hoo childhood trauma, and then you come out here and say I'm a badass rapper because I got a ghost and I got a bad bitch and I take care of my mommy. Wonder why we call you bitch. Wonder why we call you bitch. I bet you. I love you, Pac. I'm crawling in bed with Pac today. I am so not spending any time with anybody but my spirit guides and myself. I have a brand new life to start tomorrow. I am trying to let this life end by tomorrow. I do not need you in my energy when I start my new life tomorrow. How does that make you feel? I have a new job. I'm not going to be thinking about you. I have a new career. I have a new life. I have a new house. I have a new man. I'm not fucking thinking about you. Have you realized that? That God gave me a new man to think about? He wants me to put my focus on him and him alone? Yeah, obviously it's leading to the massive shadow work, like it always does. He don't want me thinking about you no more. He wants me to think about a future with this man, and focus on this man, and make this real inside of my head. Why? Because everything that stops me from believing in a future with this man is stopping me in my future with a man in general. That's what it is. Welcome to the twin flame journey. I didn't pick this man. No, God picked a whole fucking difficult man for you to love. And he wants you to work through this. Because if you can love this man, you can love any man. How do you keep finding these men that are worse than the last man? That's where I'm sitting with. God, I thought I could love anyone. And then you bring a guy like this. Oh, he's just like you. God, no wonder nobody wants to be with me. I don't think you have it in you, my friend. But I know I have it in me to do this type of work. Because I've been doing it. I've been training for 3 years. And if you were the last thing I gotta face, which is my Knight of Wands, that makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. What else could be hidden behind my sexual... that? They're not gonna give me back my sexual power until I can control it. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up like you guys. Over there just fucking bringing in sexual desire from everybody. It's already started, dude. Once I started tapping into it, now it became all sexualized, and you guys can see it. There's a lot of sexual energy. There's a lot of sexual... It's not me. Okay, it is. And it's all fucking powerful, and if you're not careful, I'll crush you with it. And that's what we're not supposed to be doing. Kim Kardashian is nothing but sexually pleasing. Maybe she's not. Kanye, do you want to speak on this? She's sexually pleasing to the eye. But is that enough to keep a guy? And that's what goes back to you, Wolfman. You might be... Are you enough to keep me happy? Let alone the sex. Have you ever considered... You haven't, because you fuck the same type of girls. You have only fucked a skinny, athletic, size 2 to 6 type woman. Of course your dick is big in a little girl like that, bro. And you can bend them and twist them all type of ways. You can make them do what you want them to do. And you're making them scream because you're hurting them. Wonderful. You dickmatize them. Have you ever had sex with another size woman? Do you know how your dick fits in another size woman? First off, bro, just pure science, there's a saying, more cushion for the pushin'. Which means you're not trying to reach the back of this bitch's throat through her pussy to feel something. It's tight and squishy, and as soon as you go in, you can't even push more than a couple times before you explode. These girls don't have it. They have no fat. Have you ever heard that term, a fat pussy? Have you ever seen one? Not a little girl's little pussy that's all shaved and looks like a fucking 11-year-old. Have you ever seen a grown woman's pussy? I'm sure you're used to eating small little appetizers, but have you ever had a mouthful, bro? Have you ever lost your dick in a pussy where you can't see it, your balls are sucked up, everything? This is very graphic, but it's like you think that you're big to little girls, bro. Not very graphic, I told you. You can't mess with the sexual energy. I will just devour you. And now everybody's in a bad place and have to go satisfy yourself. I promise you, if you could hold that in and put it into a pen and paper and change it from sex to love, you could create a masterpiece. Otherwise, you're going to make a mess in your bathroom. That's gross. You're wasting God's given seed of creativity on just these thoughts of what I just said. Am I a sex operator? Is that all it takes? Do I have to say it quietly for it to turn you on? Sex is exciting, but that's not what this... You're not understanding the power of the pleasure. You can use that pleasure without exploding it on a human. You're excited right now. I've got you extremely excited. You feel energy in your groins right now. Your impulse is to push that energy out your stuff. I'm trying to teach you to hold it in and push it out somewhere else. Sorry. Not right now, Holy Spirit. The Knight of Wands is the most sexual energy. I don't know if there's another card. The Devil doesn't even speak of such things. That sounded really good. The Devil doesn't even speak of such things. I meant the card. This is a real-ass subject. And for those of you that don't know, we talk a lot about sexual magnetism and the power because it was as Lilith, misused. Misidentified and misused. And that goes for men and women. Why the fuck does 50 Cent gotta look like that? He's trying to be sexy. He's sexy and he knows it. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Have you seen his hands? Wiggle, 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 wiggle. He himself needs a small girl to feel the growth of him. Now, just to be all extra, take some inches off the top. Bobby had said something to me. He's like, I don't have a big dick. I'm like, why are you telling me that? So that I wouldn't be let down. Now, going back to it, if your hot spot is at the very back of your fucking throat, then you probably need a very big dick to make it feel good. The only time you feel good is when they have you and they're hitting the back of your fucking wall. Okay, I can understand why you need a big dick. My hot spot isn't at the back of the wall. And that's what's funny. It's like, you know what I mean? You're not pleasing to these girls because of the way that they're built. It's nothing to do with the way you're built. You need the right... You can't just stick your key in any doorway. It's meant for the right fucking hole. Just want to point that out. So, you know, going back to it, you may be all that. And that's why I said, you're a big fish in a small pond. Your dick is real big in these little girls. You're going to go real small in my big-ass pussy. You're not going to be able to do all that in here. You won't be able to. You're able to do that because it lacks the sensation with these girls. They don't have all of that, bro. You're looking for tight pussy that holds tight and rubs all tight and makes you feel all good, right? But you can't. As many ways as you're rubbing it, you gotta rub it. You're starting fires. You're beating the shit out of this pussy, bro. Like, you're beating the shit out of it to get it to rub good on your dick. I'm just sitting there shaking my head. What are you gonna do when you fucking hump and dump me? Free chump dump, bro. You're like, oh, wait, hold on. I'm not going anywhere. Can you hold on? Why do you think men want butt sex? They want the sensation of it. They want it wrapped around their dick. Her pussy isn't wrapped around your dick the way it should be, bro. And you're trying to beat it in there to make it feel like it should. Sorry, this got real sexual. I knew it would. I better put in an advisory and make this 18 and up and protect people from... I typically do. This is not for children. Sorry, this is what you need to face. And definitely before Friday night. It is a thirsty Thursday. And I think you're very thirsty. And I apologize, I wasn't trying to turn you on. And that's what I mean. I don't try. I do. I don't mean to. You come in my energy and you're literally going to come in your pants. I don't try to. These bitches try real hard. Like, oh, gross. Don't look at me. I can feel your fucking... I can feel the blood pulsating in your shaft right now. Really? Oh, yeah. I'm in there. I'm like, hey, let me get on my... I want to see this. I want this. Sorry. Anyways, moving on. Deal with that, Knight of Wands. Love yous. Later.